In this video, we are going to talk about Rahu through the nakshatra of Revati, Pada symbolism, and what are the effects when you have Rahu placed in your chart into Revati nakshatras. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step and start making predictions for yourself, even if you have no prior background to your Vedic astrology, check out the link in the description section. You'll be directed to a link which is my free workshop for 3 hours, which will help you get started into Vedic astrology and will save thousands of dollars for you. You don't have to invest into any learning course on Vedic astrology. So you will get all the basics clear into that course. Link is in the description. Now, Rahu in the Revati Nakshatra. Revati Nakshatra ranges from 16 degrees 40 minutes of Pisces to the 30 degrees of Pisces. It has 4 padas: Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Pisces pada is a Vargottam pada. The deity associated with this nakshatra is Pushan. Symbolism associated with this nakshatra is fish. Now, the deity associated with this nakshatra, Pushan, is a deity which is a guardian who helps you travel, who safeguards you into the travel into the other lokas. He is a ferryman who takes you from this loka to the other loka. He is a protector of animals. He is great at searching and looking for the lost things. So if you are divinely protected by this deity of Pushan, if you have any planet into the Pisces sign. So now let's talk about the Rahu. Rahu is a planet which brings in changes, which transforms your life. And Rahu always moves retrograde. Why? Because Rahu is an intersection point of Earth's orbit around the Earth on the north. So it is always retrograde in motion. So Pisces, in fact, is the beginning of a new cycle for Rahu. That's why it is so important for Rahu that Pisces is the end of the cycle for all other planets, but it's the beginning of the Rahu. So what happens when you have Rahu placed into the sign of Pisces? The planet of mystical science comes into the nakshatra of Revati, which is about the wealth. So these people are obsessed about mystical knowledge. They consider the mystical knowledge as wealth. Rahu is a serpent, is a mystical planet which is obsessed about the knowledge when it is placed into this nakshatra. Revati is associated with wealth. The planet of abundance comes into the nakshatra of wealth. So Rahu in Pisces creates abundant wealth. What kind of wealth? Rahu represents material things as well as the spiritual mystical things. Though Ketu is a spiritual planet and occult oriented planet, Rahu is also the exact opposite of the Ketu. It's the same demon Swarabhanu's head. So obsession about the occult can also be seen with the Rahu. Though the material things override, it's extremely mystical. Rahu and Ketu are all about the occult. And the planet, the sign of Pisces is the original 12th sign, which is the hidden sign, which is the sign of moksha, which is the sign of emotional vulnerabilities. And it's the end of the cycle. Now, the planet of vulnerability comes into the emotional sign of Pisces. So these people are emotionally vulnerable. And when we have Rahu into the Pisces, we have Ketu into the Virgo. Okay, so you can imagine the kind of person this is. So the planet of energy, futuristic views, transformation, changes is coming into the sign of emotions, dreams, and losing oneself, spirituality. So the planet of obsession comes into the nakshatra of spirituality as well, into the sign of spirituality, into the nakshatra of wealth. So these people have great ocean of wealth, of wisdom, of knowledge. They seek the spiritual knowledge. Rahu and Ketu are the points which define and change one individual from the other. What do I mean by that? Rahu and Ketu are like your lineage, are like your DNA, are like why you are the way you are. These are the of blessings or curse of your. The Rahu and Ketu are the representation of your maternal side lineage and paternal side lineage. Rahu is your paternal side lineage, Ketu is like your maternal side lineage. Okay, so you oftentimes feel that what would be the destiny of people born on the same time in a hospital. So what defines and changes them is Rahu and Ketu. My Rahu and Ketu is not same as all other people who are born at the same time, because I have a different ancestral lineage, and it's not identical with someone else. That's what changes and defines the person. Point is the importance of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is also about your vulnerabilities. So the planet of vulnerabilities comes into the nakshatra of emotional wealth. So these people are obsessed about the emotional well-being. And here's the thing about Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are associated with the churning of the ocean. Okay, and that's why these two agents, Rahu and Ketu, are always seeking the deepest secrets of the universe. The planet of emotional vulnerabilities comes into the sign of Pisces, which is about deepest emotions. So these people seek the emotional security. The planet of Rahu comes into the nakshatra of Revati. What it shows is these people have something unusual with their teeth. They have some karma to pay around their teeth. There is a story about this. I have shared that in the Revati Nakshatra video, and you can go and check out that video as well. So yes, when you have Rahu there is some unusual thing about the teeth of these people. The planet of Rahu, when it comes into the nakshatra of Revati, it shows that there is some association of spirituality into their lineage, and they might have some spiritual healers into their ancestors. Okay, one of their ancestors may be a spiritual healer or someone who is associated with a powerful spiritual place. Okay, now these people also are associated with asylums and temples as well, or ashrams, because 12th house is about all these things. Okay, and whenever Rahu is placed into any nakshatra or any sign, we see some unusual things around those nakshatra significations, just like we talked about the teeth. Similarly, Revati Nakshatra is also about giving directions to people. So these people with Rahu into the Pisces and in Revati Nakshatra are able to guide and lead people into their spiritual journeys. Okay, at the same time, the sign of Pisces, though it is the deepest sign, and all these uh, Pisces impact on it, this is the first step into his journey. So the journey of Rahu begins with Pisces and ends in Aries, where he realizes the self. The self realization for that Rahu is into the sign of Aries. So he starts with the deep knowledge. The journey of Rahu starts with the deep knowledge of Pisces, but Rahu is like a kid here. He has he has all the knowledge, but he has not really started to work on that knowledge, have not started to embody that knowledge for their own benefit. Okay, that will happen into this journey from Pisces to Aries. Okay, that's what we have learned. If you have not watched my videos about Rahu through signs, you should go and watch that videos as well. Okay, so yes, this was Rahu through the nakshatra of Revati. As much as I could hold a grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, watch these two videos on your screen. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste. If you want to learn Vedic astrology, check out my free workshop. Link is in the description. See you on the other side of the workshop. Namaste.